a Kessig Wolf Run.
And that's huge.
He's going to let damage resolve, though, not using the Wolf Run. Just a beast coming into play off the Thragtusk, and the Wolf and the Augur bounce off each other.
Yeah, he had the option to push a lot of damage in there and use Underworld Connections, which I kind of like here, but it looks like he has so many cards in hand and so many threats, he just would rather continue to commit to the board. It looks like he's going to make another Thragtusk, and I think that's good because he's doing it while counter magic is down.
Yeah. Andrew's in no need of gasoline. He's got plenty of options in his hand. Another Underworld Connections, an Olivia. Looks like he has a Golgari Charm for any potential detention spheres out of Nick's deck. So Nick is going to have to get a move on trying to recover here.
Well, against the blue-white-red deck, unlike against just a straight blue-white deck, Golgari Charm gains a little bit of extra value because blue-white-red is casting a lot of burn spells at your creatures, as opposed to, just like putting Terminuses. And burn spells you can regenerate. So Golgari Charm may be a better Abrupt Decay in this matchup.
And of course, Golgari Charm allows you to regenerate your creatures through a Supreme Verdict.
Right.
Also very important in this matchup. So it looks like Nick has a Turn Burn, as well as a Restoration Angel and an Izzet Charm.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of the tools that he needs in this matchup. There just is the problem that this Underworld Connections has gone uncontested. He's losing the card advantage game right now, and he needs to find a way to basically start winning it again. He needs to get rid of the Underworld Connections, resolve a Revelation, sweep the board, then he should be fine.
That's a lot of steps
to
go,
though.
That's
3 things, yeah.
Especially considering Andrew's most recent top deck, which is Garruk Primal Hunter, even more card advantage at his disposal, and something not easily solved by a Sphinx's Revelation or a Supreme Verdict.
Right.
There's Underworld Connections on the left. It's essentially a Phyrexian Arena that costs you a land activation every turn.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of think about it as Phyrexian Arena with the additional cost of sacrifice a land. Still a good Phyrexian Arena by any measure.
Yeah, this deck doesn't take advantage of the combo potential that Jund used to use, which was Arbor Elf.
Right, if you put it on a forest, you could tap it twice in a turn, but as Jund has moved away from some of the mana creatures, yeah, it still just does a great job of 2 cards per turn.
That was an incidental combo. You don't need it, but it's sometimes nice to be able to draw 3 cards a turn. Andrew is quite content with his 2 cards a turn. He actually has 2 copies of Garruk Primal Hunter in his hand on top of the Charm, the flip card, which we assume is a Huntmaster, and the Olivia Volderan.
Well, yeah, he doesn't need to draw too many cards because there aren't very many cards in his deck that he just doesn't have in his hand.
Yeah. Nick is going to dig for some answers, being able to blink this Augur of Bolas. Among the things that Andrew has, an instant speed removal spell is not one of them. But that's okay, because Bane Alley Blackguard is actually the card that he blinked. So the Restoration Angel looks like it's going to try to stand in front of this Huntmaster of the Fells, while the Augur of Bolas is just going to go under the tires of the Thragtusk. Yeah. And meanwhile, still got this Kessig Wolf Run.
Yeah, I mean, Nick has 1 Ghost Quarter in his deck to deal with the Kessig Wolf Run. Granted, Ohlschwager has 2 Kessig Wolf Runs.
Yeah.
So the second one actually can't be answered by Nick. And the bigger problem is that while there's a Kessig Wolf Run and this many lands in play, it's really hard for Nick to stop taking damage. Andrew just probably has more threats than Nick has answers.
Yeah, every creature becomes a ridiculously powerful creature. Every creature becomes a must-answer creature, even mana elves.
And the Jund creatures, Huntmaster is 2 creatures, Thragtusk is 2 creatures. These creatures are gaining 2-for-1s just by their natural ability.
Yep. And so Andrew elects to not use the Kessig Wolf Run once again, and instead is probably going to be able to resolve this Garruk Primal Hunter.
Yeah, it looks like he's just not Wolf Running because he's forcing Nick to use all his mana, but, not on counter spells. So then Andrew's taking that opportunity repeatedly to resolve really important cards. Garruk Primal Hunter is an amazing card against control decks.
We've run out of Todd Andersons, so we are moved on to Barney the Purple Dinosaurs as our Garruk Primal Hunter tokens. Yeah. There's a nice photo of Garruk.
Sorts.
He is a beast of sorts, from our imagination. This looks like Garruk Primal Hunter on the left, originally from M12, I believe. Originally printed in M12.
Originally
then printed in M13 once again.
Yeah, about to rotate out, though, at the end of the season.
That's
as
right.
He has taken a new occupation. He's become a caller of beasts rather than a primal hunter.
Now, this used to be Big Garruk, this 5-mana Garruk. He's no longer Big Garruk.
Now he's medium Garruk.
This is medium Garruk. This is prime number Garruk.
Or you could call the new one Big Garruk.
Yeah, enormous Garruk. And so Nick uses the Faithless Looting mode on Is It Charmed to get rid of some lands, try and find some more answers. Looks like he does not find them. And Andrew Ohlschwager is going to move on to 6-1 with Jund over blue, white, red Flash.
All right, so we saw the one blue-white Revelation deck able to move at 6-1, up to 6-1, possibly into the top 8. But the blue-white-red one, not as fortunate, as it did fall to the Jund deck.
And as you see, Nick Gold was like, oh, if only I gotten my Assemble Legion. And then Andrew Ohlschwager says, oh, I would have cast Golgari Charm on it immediately.
Right. These Golgari Charms,